Good morning, beautiful people. How are you? Today is the 1st March 2025, and I want to talk about Venus, the planet of opulence, of love, of luxury. Now, Venus is going to undergo a retrograde motion as per the sidereal zodiac into the sign of Pisces tomorrow. That is March 2nd, 2025. And this retrograde motion is going to conclude on April 13th. During this time, Venus will also experience combustion. That's around March 18th, which becomes rather significant because somehow when I was reading these transits, the thing that came into my mind was the famous quote from Julius Caesar, beware of the Ides of March. Now, Ides of March is 15th of March, and Venus being retrograde and combust around that time, I think something significant is going to happen. Now, let me explain combustion. Combustion refers to a phase where Venus comes close to the sun. When it comes close to the sun, its visible presence in the sky gets diminished. And when that gets diminished, its energy weakens. And that potentially influences astrological events. Astrologically, Venus governs love, relationship, beauty, luxury. As I've explained earlier also, retrograde is often associated with periods of introspection, reassessment in the areas characterized by the planet, which is retrograde. Now, when it's Mercury retrogrades, it's all about communication, travel, etc. When it's Venus, Venus hits you personally, because Venus is luxury, comfort. Venus is money. Every one of us is going to undergo a shift is centered around our personal values. We're going to be re-evaluating relationships, reconsidering our financial decisions. Buyer's guilt plays a huge role in Venus retrograde. Everyone knows what buyer's guilt is. When we buy something and later on we really regret it. What is happening over here is Venus is retrograde. On the top of that, Venus goes combust. So it's going to be very rough. It's important to note that during this period, initiating new relationships, making significant financial investments, or undergoing major aesthetic changes will be very bad. This time is considered favorable for reflection, resolving past issues, and planning future endeavors, not stepping into them, just planning them. Once Venus resumes its direct motion, then one can go ahead and take action. Right now, just think, plan, decide what you want to do, and wait. Another thing I want to point out over here is Venus is transitioning from Aries to Pisces. Aries is action oriented, it's assertive, and Pisces is compassionate, introspective, kind of unreal. So the shift is very, very pronounced. Then Venus goes combust from March 18th to March 28th. It's 10 days, and the combustion can lead to heightened introspection, a total overhauling of our attitudes towards love, beauty, finances, etc. To find out how this transit is going to affect you emotionally, click on the timestamps given below for your moon sign, and to see how it's going to affect you in your day-to-day life, click on the timestamp given below for your rising sign. I've also given a list of different crystals that can help moon and rising signs navigate this period with greater clarity, self-love, with balance. I would suggest that carrying and meditating with these crystals is advisable. Your Venus retrograde will bring challenges in personal growth, in finances. Just holding a crystal, like I'm holding this pyrite in my hand and concentrating on it for even 2 minutes in a day will help you navigate your personal challenges. Now, let me start with Aries. Aries, moon, and rising signs. The retrograde begins in your sign, and that prompts deep reflection on your personal identity, your self identity, how you present yourself to yourself as well as to others, your personal desires. You may reassess how you present yourself to the world. You may re-evaluate your relationships. Use this period to align your inner self, because over the years your values have diverged from what you stand for. Past connections may surface. You may have encounters with exes, with former colleagues, with former bosses. Use this opportunity for closure or for renewal. Aries, you are combative. Do not get defensive. If the past is unpleasant, just smile and let it go. I would suggest rose quartz and carnelian. Why? Because Aries, you may feel impatient. You may feel frustrated in your relationship. Rose quartz is for self-love, for harmony. Whereas carnelian can boost passion. This passion comes without impulsiveness. Wear it like this, a simple ring, or you could carry a rose quartz with you like this. Taurus, moon, and rising. This retrograde activates your subconscious, bringing to the surface hidden emotions and past patterns. These patterns may not be useful to you right now or beneficial for you right now. This is a time for healing, for releasing unresolved issues. The issues arising right now are issues of self-worth, of personal values. You may feel drawn to engage in spiritual practices. Go ahead. These may provide you clarity and they might give you inner peace. Now, Taurus, moon, and rising, the crystal for you is emerald. Green emerald will be very beneficial for you. Or if you find that green emerald is expensive, go for rhodonite. Why? Because Venus rules, and this retrograde can bring emotional or financial instability. And Taurus, you are all about stability. A slight shift in your financial condition makes you very insecure. Emerald enhances self-worth. And rhodonite is emotional stability. Gemini, moon, and rising. The focus shifts to your social circles, long-term aspirations. You may reconnect with old friends. You may re-evaluate your involvement in some kind of a social group, some kind of a routine activity. This period encourages you to align your goals with your true passions, to assess whether your social circle right now supports your growth or does not. Gemini, moon, and rising, I would suggest blue lace agate for you, or a tiger's eye. Blue lace agate is calming. It stabilizes anxious thoughts. And Gemini, you may struggle with communication and decision making right now. Tiger's eye is always good for confidence, for clarity. Cancer, moon, and rising. Cancer, this transit is all about career, public image. This These areas are coming into focus right now. Reflect on your professional path. Check and recheck. Does it align with your personal values and happiness right now? Avoid making significant career changes. Venus retrograde is not the time to make changes at all. It's a time for introspection. So focus on planning. Focus on realigning your objectives. Cancer, moon and rising, I would suggest moonstone for you. And Rodo, Cancer, this retrograde is going to bring emotional nostalgia. Memories about your past are going to surface. And you may even get phone calls from exes, from former colleagues and bosses, from childhood friends, and these are going to trigger you. Moonstone is very good for balancing mood swings. In fact, Cancer, you're such a moody sign. I would suggest always keeping a moonstone with you. And rhodochrosite is a healing stone. It heals past wounds. It promotes joy. It brings happiness. In fact, rhodochrosite uplifts your vibration. So it would be very useful for you, Cancer. Leo moon and rising. This period encourages exploration of personal beliefs, higher education, spiritual growth. You may visit educational pursuits. You may revisit your travel experiences. This period may find you going through photographs of some vacation you have taken. Use this energy for revisiting past achievements, educational achievements and travels to seek deeper understanding and meaning. What did you like about it? How did it align with your core self? Also, this is a time to broaden your horizons, to embrace new philosophies. Leo moon and rising, I would suggest sunstone for you. And morganite. Sunstone is very effective in boosting your self-worth. Anyone who's feeling low, anyone who's feeling not enough should always carry a sunstone. And morganite is unconditional love. It is understanding. It is empathy. This is always advisable for people who are insecure or have anxiety attacks. Virgo moon and rising. The focus is on intimacy. The focus is on shared resources. Personal transformation is also highlighted. Reflect on your close relationship, on your financial patterns. Ensure that they are balanced. They are beneficial to you and to the people who are closest to you. This retrograde offers you an opportunity to heal deep-seated emotional issues, to strengthen your personal boundaries. Virgo moon and rising, the crystals for you, I would say, is amethyst. Amethyst is a very healing stone. You overanalyze everything, Virgo, especially right now in Venus retrograde. You are going to analyze and overanalyze your relationships, your finances. Amethyst is healing. Amethyst is relaxing. Wear an amethyst bracelet on your left wrist. And also green aventurine. Green aventurine attracts luck. It is a very harmony promoting stone. Libra moon and rising. This transit is all about your romantic and business relationships. Reevaluate them. Consider, do these alliances align with your personal values? Are they bringing positivity into your life? Or are they stressful? Establish open communication lines. Address unresolved issues. These can lead to strengthening your connections, and these will also help you cut out the dead weight in your social and professional life. Libra moon and rising, I would suggest lapis lazuli for you or a rose quartz. This transit is going to bring your relationships into focus. You are carrying a lot of relationships with you which have outlived their utility. Lapis lazuli always enhances clarity. It brings truth to the surface. So, with clarity and truth, you can strengthen bonds that need to be strengthened, and you can also weed out false friends. And rose quartz is always useful for love and balance. Scorpio moon and rising. Scorpio moon and rising, this is about your health, daily routines, work environment. Evaluate your habits. Consider implementing changes like workout routines, diets. Right now, if you can establish these kind of habits, they will last for a very long time. Focus on well-being and productivity in your daily routines. It's the right time to address imbalances in your day-to-day life. Scorpio moon and rising, I would suggest malachite and obsidian. See, Scorpio, you are a person who feels very deep. Deep emotions are your forte. There can be transformations right now. Obsidian protects against negativity, and malachite will nurture your emotional growth. These two crystals can help you navigate this Venus retrograde. Sagittarius moon and rising. Sagittarius, this is a transit which is all about creativity, romance, personal joy. So use this time to revisit past hobbies. Revive artistic projects that you have abandoned. Hobbies that once gave you pleasure, but life happened and you discarded them. Also use this time to reflect on your romantic life. Ensure that it aligns with your creative self, your authentic desires. Ensure that it's not an obligation, it actually contributes to your happiness. Sagittarius, this transit is going to be very restless for you. So consider wearing a citrine bracelet. It will boost your confidence and joy. Also, soda light. Soda light enhances intuition and communication. Sagittarius, you are going to feel restless, uncertain, impatient. Soda light can help smoothen your communication. Capricorn moon and rising. This is all about home, family, emotional foundations. You may reflect on your living situation. You may focus on your family dynamics. Seek to create a more nurturing environment. Surround yourself with supportive people. This period encourages you to heal past family issues, strengthen your sense of security. So, Capricorn, I would suggest that right now associate with people who give you a non judgmental space. Consider associating with family members who love you unconditionally. And Capricorn, I would suggest black tourmaline for you and garnet. This is a period where you will question your relationships, question your career choices. Garnet is stability. It is passion which nurtures, which gives you a stable foundation. And tourmaline is also something that grounds your energy. Aquarius, moon and rising. Aquarius, this is all about communication, learning, community interactions. You are going to evaluate how you express yourself and engage with others around you. This is a favorable time to revisit past studies, past writing projects. Ensure that they align with your current perspectives. Revive them. Aquarius, the crystals I would suggest for you are aquamarine. Aquamarine is emotional clarity. This is a period where you are going to experience confusion in ideals, in friendships, and aquamarine's strength in bringing emotional clarity into focus will be very helpful for you. I would also consider Labradorite for you. Labradorite strengthens intuition, and this can be very good for you. Pisces moon and rising, this is all about your personal finances, about your self-worth, about your material possessions. Reflect on your financial habits. Consider whether they reflect your true values. This retrograde is asking you to build your self esteem. Reassess what you truly value in your life. Pisces, you are a dreamer. You are rather impractical. And issues like finances are practical issues. You might try to avoid them, but please don't. Reflect on them, focus on them, and strengthen them. Of course, Pisces, you're going to feel dreamy, nostalgic during the retrograde. Use a fluorite. It brings mental clarity, or a lepidolite for emotional stability and calm. In conclusion, I would like to say that Venus retrograde is a time for reflection. It is advisable to avoid making major decisions. See, March is also a time for Mercury retrograde. So, any travel plans, any major decisions related to relationships, finances, aesthetic changes should be put on hold. Instead, use this time to introspect, to realign yourself with your core values, to establish personal routines, and to concentrate on your healing. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Press the bell icon and I'll meet you in another video. Until next time, thank you for listening to me. This is Ritu Lalit, healer and astrologer. Namaste.